Hello, pocket knife community, knife lovers, knife enthusiasts, interested viewers. Folder here. We have the full metal cold steel FM-1 Atlas. Just want to touch base about this lock. I have mixed feelings about the Atlas lock. This is not my first experience with the lock. And I'll say that because on face value, the Atlas lock, I have the Engage. Face value, the Atlas lock being on a knife this size, to engage it, you still have to completely change your hand position, meaning knife is deployed, holding the knife in the customary grip, either one, using it to actually disengage the lock. You come off the knife totally, and you're way back here, and you take you retract the blade. That's one hand operation, and your hands don't go in the path of the blade. So those are good things, but you do have to disengage. So unlike the shark lock, that you also have to disengage the shark lock, but your hands don't have to really change position. You're here. It's just a matter of coming here, right? Here, here. I didn't have to go here. Oops, let me come back here, right? So it's an extra position to disengage. So I would say that the shark lock has an advantage over the Atlas in that case. But I was a little apprehensive. It took me a long time to buy this knife. I was a little apprehensive about getting this knife because the Atlas lock on a full thickness knife like the Engage is one thing. You start adding an Atlas lock to a skinny knife like this, that's a totally different story. And I'm going to tell you, I pulled the trigger, and yeah, it is a little bit of a task, chiefly because, for the obvious reason here, right? You notice that the depth here is a lot shallower than the depth here. So the thinness of the knife really wasn't the problem with the Atlas, right? It's not really the thinness. It's really the depth. They chose to keep the lock and the seat and the strap, the spine of the scale of the handle, sort of, on a smooth plane there, right? And that's how it is here. But with a knife this thick, you can make it taller, right? You can make it taller. So that little bit of real estate there makes a huge difference. I will say that it's a little bit of a challenge. A little bit. You do have to come and get your nail in it sometimes a little bit to really get it back there. Because they didn't want it to stick up like the shark lock. Right? I mean, that's really what we're talking about here. The shark lock has this, it's more forward and it sticks up. So when you engage the shark lock, there's no problem getting to it. So yeah, at any rate, I still give the Atlas, the Full Metal Atlas, high grades. It's one of the best thin knives out there, I would say. Chamfered edges, the finish on the handle is very grippy, even with kind of slippery hands. So they knew that they were building a thin knife, and they wanted to make sure that the ergos were still very good, very positive in your hand, and I would say they're successful at it. The one shortcoming, I love the blade, love the shape of it. The one shortcoming I would say is that depth is really what the problem is. And I won't, you know what? Let me rephrase that. I don't want to say problem. I would want to say if it's lacking somewhere, that's where it lacks. Right there, just getting to it. I can get to it every time. It's not like I'm going to miss, but it does require a little bit of an angle. So, all right, that's it. Just wanted to put that out there. If you're interested in the, the cold steel FM-1, so you have some insight. Okay. All right, guys. All I got. Thanks.